Right. So, hi everyone. Today I wanted to do a live talk and discuss some of the questions that have been coming up over and over again from clients and people that I coach. And I think that these are things that are important for everyone to talk about. So for the ones that don't know me yet, my name is Giulia De Mauro. I'm the founder of the IBD Hub. And the IBD Hub is a company that helps architects and engineers to grow, find new clients and new projects. And we also help architects and engineers that individually want to start their own business. So that's why today I wanted to talk about three questions that have been asked. The first one is people that have been struggling to find new projects for architecture and engineering practices. So with the COVID, we had quite a few issues. Unfortunately, our field is old-fashioned, as you well know. So most of our networking and decision making is done during networking events that take place face to face. And we also really like to meet up people one to one, face to face. So that hasn't been happening. So that was a big problem for most of us. Then the other thing is also that a lot of projects were put on hold. So this situation kind of created a lot of issues within our field. And in my predictions, we will have some kind of a bubble when it comes to architecture and engineering, where the decisions that we haven't made during COVID are going to create a gap in the market. There's not going to be projects that will be ongoing. So how to go about that when you're already a company, an established architecture or engineering practice? How can you make sure that the few projects that will come out are definitely for you? So that's what I want to discuss with you in the first instance. So first of all, I am very shocked that a lot of companies have decided not to invest in their business development skills and strategy. It is essential to invest in that always in parallel to the projects that you're currently doing. So for any of you that has some projects that are ongoing, please do not forget to keep a business development and marketing strategy in parallel to keep the flow going and still be visible to future or past clients, so that they think of you when a project is upcoming. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was, well, we are in a moment where everybody is online. So we need to switch to a digital networking. And by digital networking, I mean really contact people on LinkedIn and be visible through that platform by showcasing your experience as a professional and as really a person that knows a lot in your field. So I see a lot of people that post about their projects and, pretty pictures, pretty renders, but that's simply not enough. You need to show your value to potential clients. You need to show your vision of the future. This is really how you're going to target them. Any render can be nice, but this is not the point. The point to beat the competition is really to showcase your value and why you can make a difference compared to your competition. So it's about really showcasing your expertise rather than just your project. That's not enough anymore. So the digital network is so important, and I cannot stop telling you that. And finally, for this question, it is important to show the why you're doing what you're doing, and not concentrate just on the references that you have. So take that in mind to try to boost your network, and you will see that people will come up to you. Partner up with engineers and co-architects as much as possible, so that as soon as a project comes out, you're the first one on the line. The second question that I see coming back is people wondering whether having an architecture or architectural practice right now is wise. So for people that are starting a new company or that are very innovative in their way of thinking and designing, this is really your time. And why do I say that? The market is now changing. We're starting to think about new ways to design housing and new ways to live and new qualities of life. So there will be a need of innovation in the architecture and construction field. So anybody that is inclined to computational design, integrating technologies to design, doing even feng shui. I had a potential client the other day that wanted to do a feng shui company. That is like one of the few niches that are required now because people are thinking about healthy living. So keep that in mind if you start a company. And definitely the mistake that a lot of people do when they start a company is that they say, oh, I want to do housing, or I want to do retail or commercial or whatever. This is not the right way to start a company. If you really, really want to break through and have your place in the market, you really need to concentrate on why you're doing this. What are you trying to achieve, and what is the problem that the client has, and how do you go about it to solve it? So that's very important. So what the trend will be in the next few months is that very big companies, very big players of the market are going to have a lot of difficulties handling the difference of income that they get. Usually they get very big projects. They get, money flow that is quite recurrent, and they won't have that. So unless they innovate themselves, which doesn't really happen that often, those big companies that are old-fashioned will start to decrease. Like their space in the market is going to start to decrease. So innovation is going to take over. So that's why even startups have a chance to enter the market, and that's why it's so important for people to start now, to build their company, start really thinking about their approach, their business model, and then go to market when there is decision making on new projects. And finally, the last question was people that were wondering whether they had enough experience to start their own practice. So that is also a very good question, because when do you know that you're ready, right? So what I tell them is that in my experience as well, like I had quite a few jobs in the architecture environment, and somehow I was always put on the same project for a few years, on the same position, because that's what I was good at. But that was kind of restraining me from finding new opportunities and develop new skills. So if you have 10 years of experience in one company, or you have 5 years of experience in one company, in the end, your learning curve is not as high as before. So in my opinion, anyone that has been graduating, that has done a master, and that is passionate about what they do, and they want to, push their company forward, that is possible at any level after a master. master graduation. You just need to really believe that it will work. And you learn by doing. So that's also very important. You will learn so much by having your own company. And the fear that people get is like, okay, like maybe then I have to say no to certain companies because certain projects because I don't know if I have the knowledge for it. Well, if you don't have the knowledge for it, you can always subcontract other specialists to help you out for that specific project, and you will learn through it. So this is really what is very important to know, and what I am trying to help people with. So I'm going to take a few comments. I don't know. Oh, Mustafa is here and Antonio is here. Perfect. Yeah, so that's what I had to say for today. This recording will be then shared on our podcast, the IBD Hub podcast. So if you want to listen to it fully again, that's where you will find it. And finally, I just wanted to mention that we have online courses about how to start your own architectural practice for 50 euros now. We also have business coaching packages for individuals that want to start their business. And of course, consultancy for companies who want to digitalize and modernize their business development and marketing skills. So that's it for me. Have all a great day, and I see you very soon.